Hi everybody, I'll keep this real quick once, as somebody famously said. Thank you to everybody who has messaged me, tweeted, and well, basically used just about every type of social media to get back to me. I'm wearing my Avery t-shirt very proudly today because I just want to make it clear, I don't have all the answers, but I'm trying to get there. Which brings me on to my first point. Mr. Chad Keller. I realise that he's burnt bridges with people. I realise that he has rubbed certain people up the wrong way. And I've got something to tell you. Chad Keller is guilty. Totally 100% guilty of trying to do all that he bloody well can to try and help Stephen Brendan. And I think that's the one important thing to remember in all of this. Where is he coming from? He's coming from the situation of having been wrongfully convicted himself. So to all of those that criticise him, just remember, you know, what is he trying to do? You know, it's you might say, oh, he's trying to make himself a big name in all of this. But is it not just a matter of jealousy? I'm jealous of him because he's gone to the lengths that nobody else has done so to try and bust this case, to try and expose the truth. Why? Because it matters to him. He spent 4 years in time for something he didn't do. I have no idea what that would have been like. I suspect it has highly trained his mind to look at every single aspect of the corruption up there in Manitowoc. Some people have said that, you know, not to sort of criticise Jerry, and I don't want to seem to be criticising him at all. But I would say this: I sent a very polite email to him, to which he replied when it was to do with having gone to Edinburgh, and he acknowledged that fact. And as soon as I asked an awkward question, ignored me. Now, if it's an awkward question, you know, just acknowledge the fact that is the case. Even Mark Wiegert said, look, I can't discuss this with you. I'm very sorry. I hope at one point in the future to be able to answer all your questions. It's something that I do get upset about, is the fact that, you know, if people are being polite to one another and then somebody's just ignoring you. It was the same, funny enough, with Barb Dassey. She Barb Taddick. She sent me a message saying that she would ask Bobby a question, and I've never heard from her since. You know, I'm sorry, but in my book, that doesn't go down well. I try and be as polite as possible with people, and if they don't want to speak to me, just tell me. You know, just be honest. But to simply ignore somebody, I don't think that is the way forward, because it leaves other people to draw their own conclusions. And as I say, as far as Jerry and Dean are concerned, since Making a Murderer, yes, they've been on this tour. They have become the public figure of Making a Murderer, and they are quite happy for millions of people throughout the world, for the general public to hear what they've got to say. But I'm afraid it comes with the territory that if they want us to hear what they want to say, they also have to acknowledge that we might have things that we want to say. Fair enough? I think so. One thing I don't trust is any information that comes out of Wisconsin. And I wasn't going to mention this, but Thomas Hens. I invited you a long time ago to contact me to have a chat about this case. You have constantly commented on videos. I'm not going to reply to you. I offered you the chance to discuss it and you ignored me. You told me that you didn't want to. That's fine. I accept that. But there's no point in posting lots of questions to me. I gave you the chance and you rebuked me. You decided you didn't want to. Okay? I'm just going to make that clear, okay? As I say, I don't have all the answers to everything. Certainly since Making a Murder has come out, I would accept that Dean and Jerry have had the, if you like, the safety net to criticise the legal system, which is obviously what Jerry has done with his book, Illusion of Justice. So why not go a bit further and actually tell us exactly what was going on? You know, when you were sat cozying up to Peg and Tom Fallon and, you know, best of pals, best of buddies on the commission, you know, let's hear. Or was the defence ineffective? Or was it a case of feeling threatened, possibly even afraid? I have never, ever yet had anybody come back to me with any coherent answer as to why the Cabinet never made it into court. Now, I'm not sure if maybe it should have been presented at the pre-trial hearings, and somebody's pointed out that, you know, it was cracked as evidence. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that the defence can call on their own witnesses and their own evidence. They can call for things to be brought up. If not at trial, then it has to be at the preliminary hearing. But I've yet to hear of any reasonable explanation as to why the Cabinet wasn't there. And if anybody does want to come up with a reasonable explanation, why not simply have a reenactment of that key being found? It would have completely busted the garbage spewed by Andy Colburn, not just on the witness stand. That for me is absolutely diabolical, that an agent of the law can get up on a witness stand and perjure himself like that. That you know, here in the UK, worse than shooting or killing somebody is killing a policeman, because they are the law. But when the law gets up on the stands, on the witness stand, and lie the way he did, no, that is a no. That does not abide. The dude does not abide that. So getting back to my point about Jerry, I think personally, and as I say, I don't know all the answers. I'm sorry if I seem to be ranting, but you know, I've had that many messages with people, and as I say, you know me, I'm a polite person, okay? But I personally think that Walt Kelly and Steve Glynn and Jerry Buting and Dean Strang saw exactly what happens to anybody that tries to take on the state. They saw it with what happened to Steve Avery, and they realised, you do not take on the state. You do so at your peril. Bye for now.